Crypto markets are crashing today. Let's look at what are the smart strategies that we can use when this happens. Hi everyone, and if you're new here, my name is Gabby Trades and I do live technical analysis on crypto and equities. If that sounds good to you, please like and subscribe. All right, let's see who's here. Audio check. Okay, sugar cookie. Everything's perfect. Guys, today we had some PCE data which came in, I think, as expected or slightly higher. We can check it out together. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it was expected to be 0.3 and it either came at 0.3 or 0.4. But anyway, that news data doesn't really move the market that much. And it gives little to no volatility. So I wasn't really interested in, having that in mind. But regardless, we had a massive sell-off today, and during Asia was actually when most of it happened. And that made me wonder, is this the start of a massive move down, or is it just another retracement? Legit, she's free, it's not a clone. Yes, it's me. Guys, most of you know because part of you guys are on Discord. So I have taken a few trades today and we'll review what I did and why I did it. I am long as we speak. And by the way, catching that long was not easy at all. I'm free. Let's see who's here. Okay. Let's share the screen first. All right, bot is here. Captain JJ is long. Sui, Edward Abgarian. Hi y'all, we have an American y'all. Hello everyone, and if you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. I know it's Friday. Happy Friday, by the way. We don't care that the markets, my hair is flying, I don't care that the markets are selling off. It's Friday and we're gonna have a really good weekend. We're not getting trapped in anything. We're gonna review together what the deal is. So Freedom thinks that we will go down to 74k level. Happy Friday, big chilling. Yes, that's what we want to hear. Okay, everyone, glad to have you here. Sorry that we weren't live yesterday. I had to deal with some stuff. Oh my God, some admin. It was absolutely terrible. But yeah, I'm here today. I thought I might as well. I know Friday for you guys, you like to chill, but also we traders, we don't really chill on Friday. We're still at the charts, so it is what it is. This is the life we have chosen. Okay, short render from 377. Hi, Task Pimple. Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys are short or long, right? I hope the shorts were good. We're gonna review render. Actually, maybe it was really good. Honestly, you guys, today was kind of like a very interesting day. So let's have a look real quick. What happened with Bitcoin today? What should we start? Where should we start? Let's do the 12-hour. 12-hour is, I think, ideal. Now, first of all, we had a sweep from Asia, so we didn't really have confirmational bias from the 4-hour strategy. So it was kind of us shooting in the dark. But is it really dark though? It wasn't really that dark, right? Because now, you know, guys, how we're utilizing the Fibonacci tool. I'm going to teach you guys how to use that. That's absolutely no problem. But basically, using the Fib tool, we identified that this is the last leg, that broken structure to the upside. So this is the leg that we're trading right now. So does that leg remind you of any other leg around the chart? Well, it's a very similar leg up here, right? So essentially we have that leg and then we have that leg that broke structure. So that's basically telling you that you can use this leg as an example and see, okay, what has happened here? But before we move back and see why it's exactly pretty much the same, well, we don't know, we'll see now, but it looks the same because we've had this break of structure now, and if we're expecting kind of like the same move, we can see that this leg, before it made a new high, had a quite of a deep retracement, right? A deep retracement even below the 50% of the leg. Like, I don't even have to draw it. It's pretty visible. So, all right. So similar thing is happening here. I'm seeing this leg. It has broken even through Asia, the 50%, and is trading below. So if I'm comparing it to this price leg here, and I'm expecting, you know, some similar continuation like this, this move, it should be stopped right here, right? We should stop here and then we should move up as per original bias. Now, so that's how I managed to get this small scalp here, and we'll go through it now. So first thing, I'm looking at the 12-hour as a cryptofart. Hello! The core PC data is not great. It's showing personal spending a little weak. Yeah, I saw the personal spending. I think I actually posted it on Discord. But all right, let's focus now. So we're looking at the 12-hour, right? We like to start on a higher time frame. So what's the first observation that's like really, really obvious when I look at the 4-hour and what I'm seeing? Well, I'm seeing this 12-hour bullish fair value gap, right? So we were trading and like rejecting, right? We were literally rejecting through that leg. So okay, I'm thinking, my thoughts are, all right, so we need to close, if we're bullish, we need to close above this fair value gap. And if we're extremely bearish, and if we have a body close below, because actually this candle was not open earlier when I was trading today. So I'm thinking, okay, this candle needs to reject. And if it doesn't reject, that means that now we're aiming for this low down here. And this is going to create a different scenario than this leg that retraced pretty much somewhere in this area. How can I explain it a bit clearer to you guys? I feel like lots of drawings and maybe you get confused. But anyway, the thing that you need to focus on is the 12-hour bullish fair value gap, right? And in general, when you have these fair value gaps, right, and when you have price trades through them, you want to see price mitigating by a wick, right? You don't want to see a body close below, right? Below, if it's a bearish below or if it's a bullish above, right? You don't want to see a close, like a body close on the particular time frame that you're looking at. So currently we're looking at the 12-hour. And we're seeing rejection. And I was hoping for that rejection to continue, right? Because I don't want to see that low go. I want to see us rejecting here and then continuing up. Ideally, because I'm not in a short, so I prefer to take a long. Then I go on a lower time frame, and I had this situation with okay, let's maybe move this a little bit further. And we were printing this 4-hour candle, right? And you can see that the candle opened and it was printing bearish. It was printing bearish. So in the last hour of this 4-hour candle, before it closes, I wanted to be in a trade, right? Because I expected for this 4-hour candle to switch bullish, right? Why? Because this would be the the most pain that it can potentially give. It would be if the 4-hour candle closes bullish. So I thought this is going to be a good call for me to catch that. So, and that's how it worked. Actually, it worked out pretty well. So for me to catch that trade, right, I needed to wait, and I needed to see a confirmation on the lower time frame, right? So I'm trading at this minute. I think I was trading like the minute time frame or something. Yeah, pretty sure I was trading the minute time frame. So I saw that I have this liquidity up here, and I was like, this is going to be my shot to catch this trade, because price needs to reverse now or never, right? And we pretty much caught that trade. Where is the trade? I think we put it such a messy chart. Oh my god. But I really need everything on this chart, so all right, let's move it back to entry so we can have a look on the 1-minute time frame. Okay, so basically that was the target up here, and I didn't want to go anywhere above that because price was not very it was not trading very nicely. So let's say I entered, I think my entry was just before the close, so that would have been around that time, like an hour before. Was it here? No, my entry was actually here, Just here. Okay. Right. So here on a lower time frame, I was looking for some sort of reversal structure confirmation, and then I put my entry on it right here on this breaker block, right? Retracement on it, and then I was in for this trade. It was not too much. I think I did like 30% or something. It was on a very high leverage trade, but it's still a catch, so that's fine. I wasn't really looking to enter short because I didn't expect for price to continue that much. It's pretty much very bearish right now, and I think the reason is because we're still feeling the what is it, the CME gap from like last week, which is this one here. Cheney 75. No, I will not. I will not. So yeah, we have the CME gap, which we're clearly filling right now. So these were all like confluences. If you're not in a short, don't play. If you're in a long, just make sure you're scalping and you're out, because price is absolutely crazy right now. So yeah, we're currently filling the CME gap as we expected. And this is going to mean that this price leg that we're trading right now, which is this one, is going to have a little bit of trouble of maintaining its bullish stance. And if it does, the leg needs to start looking, you know, bullish around somewhere between the 0 and the 0.236 area. What would that mean on a different time frame? Hold on, let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's get the signals. All right. So as per the 4-hour strategy, we closed the 4-hour bullish. So that means that price is expected to continue bullish in this bull leg. This is what the strategy is telling us, right? That this is some massive manipulation to the downside, and then price should retrace somewhere here. Well, that's somewhere here. The first availability for us to look for longs, I think, would be in this range down here, because that's where we're going to find the order block that caused that move to the upside. So let's say if we have any orders here, any long orders, price, if they're enough, if price has taken enough liquidity, maybe we can reverse from here. Now, because it's Friday, I'm not looking to take any more trades for this week. I'm absolutely done. I don't want to be trapped. It's going to be a trap, whatever you guys do on a Friday, right? Even though last week, same time, we had the AMA, elevator down, upstairs, what is it? Elevator downstairs up. Yes, Paul Premier, I know. But yeah, so this is probably the first zone that we can look at, as that's an order block. And if we open the order block indicator, we can use it on any time frame, and then we can see that this is the order block right here. So that would be the buy zone. Now the thing about this buy zone, it will perfectly match with our price leg, right? It will perfectly match if price retraces down here and then it reverses. It will match with our 4-hour strategy. It would match with the order buy zone here, you know, buy block down here. If we reverse, everything would be perfect. However, right, we're retracing a little bit deeper than we actually want to. All right. Because like we said, if we're using this leg as an example, the retrace was deep. Yes, it was below the 50% of the leg, but it was not as deep as the 0.236, right? It was not as deep as the 0.236. And if we draw it again, we can see that we're dropping down to the 0.236. So that to me means that if we reverse now around the order block, Hima is here, hello. If we reverse now around this order block, that means that I'm looking to exit at the 0.786, which is exactly at 87,604.8. Why? because this is no longer an ultra bullish leg. Now, this for me is signaling a range, right? This is signaling in the best case scenario, by the way. So we're tapping into the order block. Let's say we find some buys on a Friday or whatever. Last Friday, we had a really good trade. So it happens. You can find trades on Friday. It's not all the time, but you can. So let's say we retrace to the order block and then we catch a good long, but then are we going to hold it for long? No, we're not, because this is not a bullish leg anymore. This is going to be trading a range, right? This is going to be trading a range. So it was not enough that we were most of the week in a range up here. Let's get on a clear chart, actually. Let's get on a clear chart. It's not enough that we were how many days in a range? What is it? Monday, we had a leg up. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all week, we've been in a range. So we're just exiting that range right now. You know, my hope was that we're going to have this range. We're going to exit to the downside as in manipulation move, and then we'll distribute to the upside. But I did not want price to come anywhere lower than 85,562.72. That was my limit. So now we're becoming a little bit more bearish for my liking. And again, look at what we're doing right now. It's the same thing. We were playing with the 4-hour fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. We were waiting for price to retrace to confirm that it's bullish. We did it on the 12-hour. We did it on the 4-hour. Now we have to do it on the daily. On a daily. Because what is this telling you? What is this fair value gap telling you? If the day closes below here, we are bearish. So bearish that we're going to take this low down here, which is sitting at 83,780. So are we going to take our chances? You know, this was my trade earlier, by the way. The same thing, right? I was looking to come back to the fair value gap. And that was my scalp. And now we're doing it on a higher time frame, the exact same thing. And the buy zone is down here, same as we marked it on, I think it was on the Binance chart. This is the 4-hour. Or is it? Let's go. Yeah. So this is the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour candle that caused this move up. So are we going to tap into this and find more buys, right, to actually continue up? Because everyone is looking for shorts right now. Sorry to say that my prediction of 83,800 is looking good. Legit. 83,800. 83,800. Yeah. No, that's 700. Wait. 300 is here, down here. Okay, well, if that happens, legit, I'm sorry to say, but that's not going to be very nice if price drops down here, because that means that we're gonna drop below the order block, and it's not looking good, bruv, at all from there. So I wouldn't like to see that. All right, but anyway, we have the buy zone. We're trading in the buy zone right now. This is a buy zone, you guys. I know it looks like a falling knife, but pretty much this is it. Also, a little bit more, we're looking a little bit further in time, right? We're looking a little bit further in time. So what do we have here? We have this bullish daily fair value gap, right? We have this massive candle to the downside. Now, if we start retracing, right? So if that candle starts going up and then it closes somewhere within that fair value gap, right? Imagine this is the daily candle now, right? It closes within the fair value gap. We don't want to have to create another fair value gap, which would essentially be an inverted fair value gap, right? In the opposite direction. Because this will now mean that we have an inversion. So we have to look very carefully on the daily if we create another fair value gap with the following candle that's about to print, right? We can see that now as we speak, price is reversing. Has it reached the buy zone? It hasn't really. So it's probably manipulation right now, but yeah, this is pretty much our last hope for another long, and I wouldn't even hold my breath too much. And honestly, today it was a nightmare me catching that long. Um, the same, absolutely same setup, one on one, right? With the fair value gap on a 12-hour and on a 4-hour, the exact same setup. So now price is playing the exact same game with us. It's just going to pull back straight back into the fair value gap on the daily. That's what it's gonna do, right? Or maybe drop deeper into the buy zone and then pull back again. But essentially, we don't want to see a body close below today. So the better thing to do, in my opinion, is just wait for price to close today, right? And see whether it's going to close below or above that daily bullish, right, fair value gap. And how is the next candle? Probably the next days are actually going to be pretty boring, but it's a lot of price data for us to look forward to in the coming week, right? And don't forget, you guys, don't forget, the bias is still bullish. For me, the bias is still bullish. Anyone who's here to tell me we're dropping down here to the 74, I need a lot more confirmation, right? I need to lose this level. I need to lose this level here. I need to lose this level here. I have multiple levels like on the busy chart that we can find support, right? One is right now starting at 84,242. Then we have another zone to fight at 82,477. Then we have another zone at 80,700. Okay, and even before the lows, there is another support at 78,242. So, right now we're pretty much just filling up the CME gap. That's what's happening right now. Mind you, if you look at the 4-hour CME, Bitcoin CME futures, you can see that they're bearish, right? But even though they're bearish, the invalidation of the setup is all the way up here, so that doesn't really help. So the 4-hour today is absolutely useless, right? It's literally in between, so it doesn't really help. If we hit target, it's going to be bad. And if we don't hit target, it's going to be bad as well. So you don't want to be in a situation like that. If you're short, congratulations. Like, that's good. Okay. If you caught a scalp long like me, congratulations. That's also good. But anything else is going to push it further a little bit, in my opinion. Because once we fill that gap, the only thing I want to be looking for from here within the buy zone is buys. I don't want to be looking for shorts, because if I start looking for shorts, that means that I'm 100% convinced that price is bearish. And how can I be 100% convinced that price is bearish when it's not? Right? I mean, on a lower time frame, it's not. Right? It's not, because we're making highs. So this could be simply a very, very, excuse me, I need to drink. You know what? I traveled yesterday to a little bit further place that I normally venture. I don't venture out of the house that many times. So I get in a taxi and I go a little bit further away than when I usually go. And it was so hot and the air was so bad that my nose started running like crazy and I couldn't stop sneezing. And I was like with a lot of people and everyone probably thought that I was sick. And I'm like, no, guys, this is allergy. Please, if I'm sick, I don't go out of the house. I don't like to make anyone sick. Yeah. And I usually get very upset if someone is sick and is around me. Yeah, allergies 100%, but it was just so bad. All right. So this to me is not a very convincing move to the upside. Because if I zoom in a little bit, I can see that we haven't even reached the buy zone here, right? So we haven't even reached it. So that's manipulation for me, right? Not interested in that. Have we filled the CME gap? No, we have a little bit more. So everything is aligning together. Take a bike ride and get some fresh air. Yes, what a great idea. You guys. Fridays for us. Usually I don't stream on Friday, but it seems kind of fun, right? I mean, there is not much we can do on the charts, but it's kind of fun to hang out with you. We'll buy you a drink. Yay. And Horo, last time I had a drink, I almost fainted at the club. So maybe not. Maybe not. I went to this place they call Zuma. And it was so loud. Oh my god, it was so loud. I had one drink and I was just like, woo, woo. I was like, I'm fainting, I need to leave. There was no air, the music was so loud, everyone was going like, it was just so weird. People had their sunglasses on and they were just going, And you know, guys, I love music and like I can tell what a good house music is, right? But that was just not it. It was just something very, very loud that was very unpleasant to listen to. That almost gave me, I don't know, fresh air, windows. Yeah. So yeah, basically last week I went out, I almost fainted. This week I went out on a taxi and I got allergy. I don't know, I think I should just stay home. I think it's the safest option. Oh. Okay, so that's it. In terms of Bitcoin, we're waiting to fill the CME gap. We're waiting to tap into the buy zone, and then probably we're gonna look for some buys here. Because we believe that price is gonna bounce. We believe it. Mercury retrograde. Yes, Sugar Cookie, thank you. Mercury is retrograde and that is definitely not helping at all. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was just getting lightheaded. I don't know. Oh, you guys, you're gonna find this actually really funny. I posted on Twitter last night. The amount of people that are going to exit the market when Bitcoin gets to close to 100K is gonna be huge. Everyone is down so bad. Seems they're just waiting for one more chance to get out. This post, you guys have no idea. I actually lost followers and gained followers because I posted this on Twitter. People got so triggered, it's actually nuts. It's actually nuts. Lark Davis, disbelief sellers. Joker, they won't get to 100K soon. Actually, there are very few people who are down. LOL. Joel Dean advertising himself on my profile. Come on, bro. 356, you can do better. You're followed by Nick. Southers. Satoshi's tribe. Me waiting for 200. It was so funny to see all these people like getting triggered so much. Oh my god. Even one guy commented, I'm going to unfollow you, bye. I was like, okay, whatever. Yes, my lovelies, this is it for today. So we're waiting for Bitcoin to reach the buy zone, which starts at 239.8. So until then, I'm not short, I'm not long, and then here maybe we can catch a nice entry. We're gonna look for that in Discord. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video, by the way. And if you haven't joined Discord, press the link and you can join. Discord is paid, by the way, from now on, because people are paying for it. There is no more free signups. We're done with that. Oh, what else did I wanted to look at? I wanted to look at Ethereum. Let's look at ETH real quick before we go. So ETH, very, very interesting. So this is a chart on Binance, so we can see ETH all-time high. Once when it was 4,877, we didn't get to that level. We got to 3,800 and we rejected. And why is that happening? Well, again, this is confirming our biases based on the price legs that we're trading, right? We had the high, we started retracing, we lost the 0.5, we dropped down to the 0.236. So now we're trading what? We're trading a range. What happens when we trade a range? Well, at the 0.236, we take a long and we get out at 0.786. This is what happens, right? Even if it goes down and pumps again, you get out at the 0.786, right? This is not something that I just came up with out of nowhere, right? It's just what it is. So now we're basically either retracing. This retrace needs to hold because this whole area here is a buy zone for Ethereum. So this retrace doesn't have to be that deep, right? It doesn't have to be that deep. But essentially where we need to go before we start buying for ETH is $1,200. Sorry to break it down for you, but this is it. It's gonna be pure magic if we don't drop to the 0.236 before going up to the 0.786. It's going to be magic because we pretty much lost again the 0.5, which was 2,473. So now it's very hard for ETH. So I'm not interested in ETH that much anymore. I'm gonna be only looking at alts that make sense to buy. Probably Solana and Bitcoin, because ETH is just very bad right now. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Okay, we're dropping nicely on Bitcoin. This is going to be a waiting game a little bit, I think. Okay, I think this was probably the first proper tap that we got. Did we tap? No, we haven't tapped. Did we close the CME? No. Okay, so we're going to be waiting for that. Auction is very hot and interesting. Technical daily target rising wedge is 76K. Well, that all sounds very depressing. I wouldn't like that. But again, we're waiting for the bigger trades, right? We're waiting for the bigger trades. We're waiting for DOT to take liquidity down here so we can start looking for buys. We have a lot going on. Oh, let's have a look at NASDAQ. That's a good one. Very good one. Oh my lord. That doesn't look good at all. On the 4-hour. No, not great. This target is going to be invalidated any second right now. So we're going to get a sweep here. We're going to get a sweep here, and then we're going to have to wait for more confirmation. But remember, confirmations don't mean anything. Cam is here. Confirmations don't mean anything on a Friday, right? On a Friday, even if the 4-hour is telling you we're long, that doesn't mean anything. Right? You can just use it as a directional bias in addition to other confluences, but that's it. Cam, did you catch a trade today, mate? Cam is trading NASDAQ and he is absolutely murdering it. Cam Trace is one of my long friends from my old Discord. What did you do, Cam? Did you catch a short? Buy some air, no problem. Cam was short. Okay. Did you trade US Open or something? Let's have a look. What did Cam do during London? Okay, we're getting confirmation that Cam has been short during London, so he probably caught this move down here. probably this one, I'm assuming. Yeah. You're out. Yeah. That's good. That's good. You didn't held? Oh my god. You should have held it a little bit longer. Should have held. Um let's evaluate a little bit if there were any entries actually. It was on NQ, but yeah, around there. Yeah, so this is pretty much when London started. Okay, so price was trading within a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. London started, manipulated, and then I'm just trying to see where he entered. So if it was during London, oh, I get it. He probably entered here. Wait, I lost it. 1 second. You entered here, right? Cam, please confirm. And you probably exited down here. 199844. 19984. $9984. If it was 9984, how was it in London? $9984. So that was here. That's not in London. You entered literally in a dead gap zone. End of Asia. 19854 was TP, so that was your trade here. So you were basically trading the turnaround between Asia and UK, because you're in the States, so I guess it's easy for you to trade Asia more than London open, isn't it? No, that was not, London was not open at that time. No, London opens at, I don't know, EST. Wait, so you guys should be how many hours ahead of London? 5 or something? You should be 5 hours ahead of London. Or behind. No, I don't think. Actually, what you need to also keep in account is that London is changing time. So time zones, Cam. So like if you're in the US, I'm pretty sure that you had a time change, and London is gonna get it today or tomorrow, something like that, at the end of the month, or 30th of March. Gap is 4 hours until tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So maybe from tomorrow it's gonna be 2 your time. But now it's probably, I don't know, now it's probably like 1 or something. So you were basically very lucky today. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, yeah, because this is dead. You were trading dead gap zone, basically. You were trading the turnaround today. Oh. Yeah, but good trade, mate, regardless. I'm looking on the 5-minute. Let's see on the 3-minute if there was an actual entry. Oh, wow. I wouldn't have probably entered here knowing that there is liquidity up here on the 3-minute. So I entered pre-London open, held through open. Yeah. That's what you did. That's what you did. And also you entered, yeah, you entered whereas there was liquidity on the 3 minutes up here. I would have missed that move 100%. And especially if it's like on a changeover, I would have never traded that. So I think today it was just a lucky call for you, but very nice trade. Very nice trade. So that's a clear case here of a range, manipulation to the upside, and then distribution to the downside. Very pretty. Very cute trade, but like I'm trying to catch the entry because I don't see it even on the 3 minute. Maybe on the 1 minute. How would you have entered that? Because I don't see like pretty much any yeah, even on the 1 minute I don't see an entry, so maybe I will find one if I look at it a bit more deeper. Because there was some inversion here, but I wouldn't take that as an entry. But yeah, it's actually very clear AMD model here, so that was nice. But again, trading times and everything, no way. Let's see if we can find something here. That's pre New York? Let's see if there was any trade here. Okay, so that liquidity was formed. Then we closed London. We sweep liquidity here from that range. We drop, and then on a retrace, we continue. Let's have a look. Where is the candle? Yeah, it's a bit of a, this is a bit of a deeper retrace that I wouldn't like to see. But anyway, if I was short here, I would probably enter on a break, like a clean break. Which would probably mean somewhere here. And then my stop loss would be up here. So let's say I would have entered here. Right. Aiming for a 1 to 2 or something like that. But then this retrace would have spooked me a little bit. So that's why sometimes it's good to not look at the charts and just like let it go, because this would have been a very good trade at New York Open with that sweep here, up here. Leave a runner and then call it a... Is music jamming? Yeah, music is jamming. We're jamming. That song is called Elizabeth by Panda Beats. Panda Beats Elizabeth. Yeah, this is a very good trade on NQ actually. But by this time I was already obsessing with with Bitcoin and the 12-hour closing where it's supposed to close. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? What do we have here? We tapped into our buy zone. Did we fill? Yes, we filled the gap. We filled the gap. This is all very, very good news. Now let's go on a daily first and see. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this retracement here. So price is going to fight now to go back into the fair value gap where it belongs. Now let's go on a lower time frame and see if we can catch something. Actually, let's remove the indicators here. Okay. Maybe put that down a little bit. Can we put that down? Okay. All right. So we already have some liquidity to the upsides to look forward to. So essentially what we want to see right here is we want to see a break above 84,514. Let's mark it. Let's mark it. And before we see a break here, we're not taking any trades because there might be one more low. And by the way, let's go back on the 4-hour because we moved our... no, let's do Z, 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 Z. Okay, we're good. And then we just do a marking here. So we wait for price to give us a little bit more confirmation. On the 15 minutes, no, we can't wait for the 15 minute. This is going to be a 5-minute entry. If it is going to be any entry. Yeah, 5 minutes. I did take a bunch of unnecessary trades because I Fitbit and Matt made some bad decisions, walked away, came back to get that win. Yeah, same as me. Like, honestly, today I was long. I was trying to long the 4-hour gap on Bitcoin. I failed, got out at like a very minimum loss, almost at break even. And then I did a second one, same thing happened. And then the third one, I was like, I need to catch something so at least I can pay myself for today. For today's entries, which I did, so it was fine. But yeah, as you can see, price is very weak right now. We're just trading into the 4-hour order block just here. This is our last chance to flip. This is literally our last chance to flip. By the way, let's have a look at NASDAQ once again. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. I was down 820 AM, but I think I'm up 1,490. Yeah, that's good. Very good. Yeah, I think on a daily, that low is still liquidity here. Yeah, this low down here. But yeah, we want to see price reverse now here to take this high. I prefer that scenario rather than just dropping down. However, I read somewhere, I think it was Forex News or something like that, that Bloomberg was saying that they think that Trump is not going to do anything for the markets right now. Because think about it, like he just got in office, right? So anything that happens to the markets is not his fault right now. So why does he need to worry when he can just blame it on someone else right now? Whereas if it was time for him to be re-elected, markets would be doing so great right now. That's what I think. Yeah. Yes, same thing. I know this low is liquidity here. But let's hope that Bitcoin holds a little bit stronger. Let's delete this. We don't need that. So yeah, very disappointing because usually Friday is an up day, right? Friday is an up day for us in crypto. So this week has been a pure disappointment. But yeah, that's it for today. You guys, I'll be on Discord. We'll be watching that buy zone to see if we can catch any buys. Because last week we caught a buy on Friday and it went really well. So let's see, maybe this week is going to happen again. And if not, I'm going to see you around. You guys like the video if you haven't. And if you want to join Discord, you can find the link in the description box or also in the chat. And I'll see you guys on Monday.